Louis is fast becoming, if it hasn't already been, a great place for locally produced theater. We are racking up the Tonys and its stages coming up for a while now. Starting May 29th is a new production of Smokey Joe's Cafe. To talk about it is Jason Samuel. Jason, welcome to Big 550 KTRS.
Thanks so much, McGraw.
And Bronwyn Tarbotten, close enough.
Yeah.
And we should say, in terms of full disclosure, it is so weird calling you Bronwyn because my sister's named Bronwyn. So
weird.
If I freak out, you know why. All right, so Smokey Joe's is at Stages in Kirkwood. Starts May 29th, runs through June 28th. And Bronwyn, you were here last year. You liked it so much you came back for another run in St. Louis.
Yep,
Yeah.
I did.
All right, what is Smokey Joe's Cafe? Tell us about it.
Smokey Joe's Cafe was on Broadway in 1995 and ran for nearly 2,000 performances. It's more of a musical review. It really ignited the jukebox musical. It's a collection of like 40 hits by the songwriting team Lieber and Stoller. And
and it's put together in a way that it tells a story of a group of friends in a neighborhood, sort of what they go through in life. You know, it's like things everyone goes through, like falling in love, moving to the big city. It's just, everything they go through.
Liebler and Stroller are two songwriters you probably haven't heard about, but you know every one of their songs.
Oh,
you know
yes.
all their songs. So if you've heard On Broadway, Jailhouse Rock, I'm a Woman, Hound Dog,
Yeah.
These songs that are like made iconic by people like Elvis and the Coasters and Big Mama Thornton.
Yeah,
Right.
I actually didn't think I knew, when I looked at the song list, I didn't think I knew that many songs coming into it.
Right.
And then you're sitting in rehearsal and listening, and you're like, oh my gosh, I love this song. I do know it.
It's also probably a musical. I have not seen it, but it's probably one of those musicals like Jersey Boys, like Mamma Mia, like some of those other ones where you think, boy, these songs, you forget how great these songs really are. So we're sort of reintroduced to them all over again.
Yep.
It is really about the music.
Yeah. All right. Who's Fred?
Fred is the bass of the quartet. So
I couldn't tell.
he gets to hold the group down with all the bass notes and sing Little Egypt, which is another one of those classic songs.
All right. And Bronwyn, who do you play?
I play Delee.
Okay. Who's that?
Yeah. Well, it's fun because in this show, it's sort of, we have characters, but it's also a lot of ourselves.
Right.
So, she's like blonde, lives in the neighborhood, fun.
All right. So I guess Bronwyn's blonde, lives in the neighborhood, and is fun. All right. Fair enough.
Pretty simple.
All right. So stages in St. Louis, Smokey Joe's Cafe, May 29th through June 28th. Tell us about the orchestra. The orchestra's there, the music's there, or is it on tape, or how does that work?
I'm actually not positive how it's all put together. They have a virtual orchestra, so it's sort of put together beforehand, and then they have someone that cues it with us every night. So
there's an orchestra guy, there's a man who's running the orchestra.
Yes.
Through
woman, actually.
Recorded music?
Yeah, they call it a virtual orchestra.
It's a virtual
The details I'm not positive on.
Right.
We just know.
It sounds great.
You just know when you open your mouth, the music's there.
Yeah.
The music's there. It sounds great.
Yeah, it sounds great. We sing to it.
Bronwyn, you are an actress in New York, and this is your second time back here in St. Louis. Tell us why. I mean, what is it about St. Louis? What is it about stages that brings you back now?
Oh gosh, I guess. So last year was my first time, and then I just sort of, fell in love with the people here, and it's the theater is such a great community.
Right.
Everyone. What I love about stages specifically is, not only the actors, but the tech crew and the people in the office and the box office. Like, everyone sort of comes together and supports the show. And I really wanted to do this show. So when they announced this, I was like, oh, I really want to come back next year. So it worked out.
I would think that other towns have places like a Stages, but they don't, do they?
Well, some do. I mean, definitely
places.
the bigger.
A few
lot of the
places.
big
There's a lot
cities
of great regional theater, but this is my first time working for Stages, and it is really a family experience. They bring you in right away. It's a wonderful place to work.
Right.
You want to go to work every day.
Right.
So that's amazing.
And unlike, say, a run at the Fox where you have a week maybe, you guys are here for a good 6 weeks or so.
We've both done that, actually.
Exactly.
Come to the Fox I don't know, probably for a week. I was there for like 4 days,
2 weeks, 3
5 days.
weeks. You know, when we've toured with other productions.
Yeah.
So,
Right. Yeah.
But this is really nice to like kind of settle in
back,
for home.
yeah.
And,
Yeah,
like,
you kind of
Stay a while.
You enjoy St. Louis. You get to go to Ted Drew's at a moment's notice.
Yes.
You've been to the Arch numerous times, right? It's a whole good
Right.
time. All right. Smokey Joe's Cafe at Stages starts May 29th, which is coming up right next week, and it runs through June 20th. So you're in rehearsal now, right?
Yes.
We are working hard.
How long is a rehearsal before the opening night?
We've had 2 weeks. So we just finished the show yesterday.
like staging
Finished-
it,
yeah,
learning choreography
staging
and
all of it.
blocking and
Right.
everything like that.
And then next week we'll go into tech, get all the lights, music, everything going, and then we'll open.
Then we're
I think
open next week.
Next week. Yeah.
Do you get nervous every night?
I think it's different for every actor.
Yeah.
I definitely do.
Yeah.
I have stage fright actually. So it's like when the curtains open though, it's like, oh cool, I'm this character and I get to just perform this awesome music and
Yeah.
then I go into that world and I'm not Jason anymore. So
Yeah.
that's me.
I guess for me it depends on the show and sort of how I feel about what I'm doing, but it's not so much nervous for me as it's like those jittery butterflies.
Right.
But it's more like an excited nervous.
Tell me the greatest story of you forgetting your lines on stage.
It hasn't happened to me.
Well, it is in
Thank
the next
heavens.
week. It is going to next week at some point. What about you? Have you heard?
I was in Grease, the musical.
Yes.
And singing that, what's that song? The Now You Can Hand Jive.
Born to Hand Jive.
Born to Hand Jive.
Okay.
Everybody knows Born to Hand Jive. Yep, I forgot the lyrics and just stood there.
I haven't forgotten, but I have had some pretty horrible falling over times.
Oh, nice. Okay. Anything on YouTube we should know about?
Not on YouTube. It was in a chorus line. You know, you're all standing in a line, same costume, supposed to look great, and I, slipped and fell over.
Happens to the best of us. Jason Samuel plays Fred. Bronwyn Tarboton plays DeLee, who is a blonde girl from the neighborhood who's looking for trouble. Smokey Joe Cafe at Stages runs May 29th through June 28th, and then you're sticking around for Anything Goes.
Yeah.
So you're here all summer.
Yeah, so I'll be here.
Yeah. Are you going to go see at least a Cardinal game or two while you're here?
Hopefully.
Yes. Let's have Jack take you to a Cardinal game and take you to Ted Drew's or something.
I'm great with that.
All right, there you go. Smokey Joe's Cafe, box office 314-821-2407. The website, stagesstlouis.org. Smokey Joe's Cafe, you will relearn some of the greats from Elvis, the Buddy Holly, the Drifters, Count Basie, all those great songs written by Liebler and Stoller. Smokey Joe's Cafe, May 29th through June 28th. Jason Samuel and Bronwyn, thanks for coming in.
Thank you so much for having us.
You got it. 9:18 here, Big 550.